Welcome to Prime Cyber Insights. I'm Thatcher Collins. You know, in the vast, ever-expanding universe of technology, we usually find ourselves looking up at the stars. But today, well, we are looking at the ground beneath our feet. Specifically, we are looking at the jobs we do every single day. Microsoft has just released a pretty staggering dataset that attempts to map out exactly who is at risk in this new age of generative AI.
It is a fascinating, a somewhat unsettling roadmap, Thatcher. I'm Maya Kim. To put this into perspective, Microsoft researchers analyzed over 200,000 anonymized conversations between users and Bing Copilot. They have assigned what they call an AI applicability score to various roles. It is essentially a way of measuring how much of a job's core tasks can currently be handled by a large language model.
Yeah, and the results are honestly a bit of a cosmic shift for those of us in, those cushy desk jobs. The data suggests that the roles most likely to be made obsolete involve providing information, writing, teaching, and advising. Translators, historians, and sales reps actually topped the list of vulnerable occupations. It really seems like the more your job relies on data and communication, the closer that AI horizon becomes.
Exactly, Thatcher. But on the flip side, the study highlights what they call a physical sanctuary. Jobs that require precise manual labor or a very specific physical presence, like phlebotomists, roofers, and nursing assistants, those scored near 0 on the applicability scale. As a health reporter, I find it quite reassuring that the human touch in medicine, something as specific as finding a vein or physically assisting a patient, remains well beyond the reach of current algorithms.
It is a bit of a paradox, isn't it? For decades, we all thought the robots would come for the factory floor first. But instead, they are coming for the writers and the data scientists. Even mathematicians and news analysts are ranking high on the risk scale. It is almost as if the abstract nature of these roles makes them more susceptible to the logical frameworks of something like GPT-4o.
Right. However, we have to look at this with a healthy dose of professional skepticism. The researchers themselves admit that Microsoft has a massive economic incentive to paint their AI tools in the best possible light. They emphasize that this is about augmentation, not necessarily total replacement. They point to the ATM effect, where bank teller jobs actually increased because banks could open more branches once the basic cash dispensing was automated.
That is a fair point. But let's not ignore the inconvenient reality of hallucinations. The paper notes that AI often provides an inferior service compared to human expertise. Think of an AI historian making up dates or a writer lacking true intuition. The real risk is that we might just, learn to live with that lower quality if it saves corporations enough money in the long run.
And we are seeing that in real time. Totally. OpenAI's Sam Altman has been very blunt lately, warning that customer support roles could be totally gone soon. While Microsoft's researchers use softer language like changing how work is done, some CEOs are already reporting layoffs directly attributed to AI implementation. It is a transition that requires both clinical precision and public trust to navigate.
It truly is a new frontier. Whether AI acts as a co-pilot or a full-on replacement, the fundamental nature of our workplace activities is being rewritten as we speak. As we look to the future, The most valuable skill might not be the information we hold, but the human intuition we apply to it when the data just isn't enough.
Well said, Thatcher. We will be keeping a close eye on how these AI applicability scores evolve as the technology matures. For Prime Cyber Insights, I'm Maya Kim.
And I'm Thatcher Collins. Thank you for joining us as we explore the intersection of human endeavor and artificial intelligence. We will see you in the next episode. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.